They always say Jordan doesn't have any more innovation, no more creativity. Union and Becky's Beauty Supply definitely came with a shoe that, my opinion, might be in my top 5. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blazing Nico, and we are back again for another video. We're here to do shoe reviews, drop some sneaker knowledge on you, and to go over sneaker releases. If you are new to the channel, only about 2% of my subscribers actually tune in to the videos, and 98% are outside viewers. So I would like to thank everybody that has tuned into the videos. I would like to thank everybody, subscribers and non-subscribers, that have tuned into my videos. I really appreciate it. But let's get into the next one. As I mentioned, we are here to talk about the Becky's Beauty Supply, Union Los Angeles, and the Jordan 1 High, summer of '96. The shoe a lot of people didn't like from the official images and all the leaks that we got earlier in 2023. But without further ado, let's take a closer look at them.
Pessimist like an exorcist. Next to this, the best of this, left of this, it's been ever since. Plain and simple, train the mental, play the keys and hear my sound. Intonation, connotation, pencil in my ups and downs. And my words, read my lips, lust arise, build eclipse. Passion mixed with poetry, potently poking me my shit. Sometimes I'm feeling divine, sometimes I'm losing my mind. I freak the beat, the beat, the grind. It's so my life's like, every note's like right, steady quotes, quote the keys, knowing me and see me seize. And they injected me, touching the keys affecting me. It's something like telepathy, fuck it, but they neglected me. I feel the keys and then my fingers make them sing a song. Simultaneous, the pain in us to make them sing along. Sometimes I'm feeling divine, sometimes I'm losing my mind.
The Jordan 1 High, summer of '96, released on August 26th of 2023 on the Sneakers app. We got an official release on Union's website on August 24th, 2 days prior. The Union Jordan 1 released for a retail price of $200. That is in comparison to the $180 that is usually on a Jordan 1 High for the retail price. I actually won this pair off of Union's website directly on the 24th, so I did not have to try to cop on that Nike Sneakers app on the 26th. I was also able to grab one of their bags off the website as well. Along with the bag and the shoes that I grabbed, they also dropped a lot of apparel for men's and women's. I did not mention earlier, but they also had a Jordan 1 High women's with that Elevate, the Jordan 1 Elevate kind of platform Jordan 1. I don't personally like that shoe, but I do like that, the teal that's kind of like in the stitching on the swoosh. But they always do very well with their apparel drops for any Jordan and Union collaboration. The Jordan 1 Elevate also released on the same date as the Jordan 1 men's for a retail price of $200 as well. As I mentioned earlier, when we first got images of these shoes early in 2023, a lot of people were not fond of them. Me personally, I kind of gravitate towards more of the weirder designs, things that really push innovation and kind of just do things a little bit different to kind of push the creativity within the shoe field. Jordan Brand and Nike have been doing it for so long that it's cool to see different collaborators come on and do something completely different. Obviously, we're used to, the Black Toes and the Storm Blues for the Union 1 Highs. We also got the AJKOs and everything. So Union's definitely done some very creative things and some different things with their shoes, and this is one shoe that I'm happy they put together. Obviously, the biggest draw to this shoe would definitely be the weaving throughout the shoe, all the way through the toe box, the lateral, the medial side, and all the way through the heel counter of the shoe. This, based on Nike and Union's website, and doing a little bit of research, this is to symbolize Beth and Chris's meeting in summer of '96. Obviously, I'm throwing these names around. Chris and Beth are the owners and co-owners of Union Los Angeles. They are a husband and wife. Beth is the owner of Becky's Beauty Supply and the founder of it, and Chris is Union Los Angeles. As we touched on a little bit, this weaving has to do a lot with Chris and Beth meeting and falling in love, two people's lives intertwining. And also it kind of goes with the old school aspects of the Jordan 1, meaning some new creative techniques and different applications that Nike is able to do with different shoes nowadays.
All right, so let's take a deep dive into the actual materials and get a closer look at the Union Jordan 1 summer of '96. Just get a couple views of the lateral, medial, and heel counter. Also the sole of the shoe, which is actually a two-tone sail. If we take a closer look at the weaving, you can see it's incredibly detailed. It's done throughout the entire shoe along the middle portion of the shoe. Like I said, the sole is split, two different kind of sail colors. We have a pebbled white leather throughout the upper of the shoe. One of my favorite details is definitely that yellow piping throughout the upper of the shoe. The suede is kind of a suede feeling on the swoosh, as well as like a suede felt almost on that ankle collar. Of course, we have the bigger Jordan wing sign, the Union LA sign, of course, that we've seen on the other Union shoes that have come out with Nike and Jordan. We also get some extra yellow laces. I might throw these in just to give it a different look. I'm a sucker for great packaging, and the box just knocked it out the park. They met in Brooklyn in 1996, so a bunch of different hits of Union, Beffy's Beauty Supply, A Lady with Some Braids, just the city in the apartments in the background. They always do a great job with packaging. Like I said, Union rarely ever falls short when it comes to storytelling and everything. Just look at the paper on this shoe, well put together.
Obviously, this shoe is basically a neutral gray Jordan 1. They added different little hints. You know, Union always hits us with that stitching around that ankle collar. This time they hit us in the teal. Like I mentioned, the Jordan 1 Elevate has that teal along in the swoosh as well. One of my favorite things on these shoes is the split laces going from that white to that gray, just to break up the shoe, to give it a little bit more character from a different, regular Jordan 1. A lot of speculation for these shoes was thrown around. It kind of got the weaving throughout. People thought it was a little bit of inspiration from the Footscape, which is something I could see. Nike is actually, Nike is very smart. They're actually dropping a couple pairs of Footscapes. I throw a couple pictures up. Not bad shoes. I'm not the biggest fan of this Footscape, but definitely a very innovative shoe. I don't think Union has missed with in terms of their quality of the shoes that they put out. Obviously, with collaborations, we get a little bit better materials. You see that really pebbled leather on there. We kind of have like a suede. It almost feels like a felt, like on the Air Max 1 along the ankle collar. And the swoosh is a different material as well. It is not leather, as well as obviously the stitching is one of the craziest details. I'm not sure if you get a little bit more breathability from these, but it's a beautiful shoe. Great details, a lot of innovation. I love seeing new creativity in shoes. Like I said, I do love the weirder side of the shoes. So I've got a couple shoes that are crazy looking. I can't wait to throw these on feet. One of the most important things in these review videos is the sizing of the shoe. I would say they are about true to size in terms of, Jordan 1 length is how your foot goes in the shoe. But one little thing I would note is that it is a little bit tight on that lateral side of the shoe, likely due to the weaving technique. It's something very different that they've never done on a Jordan. So I would still say go true to size, but if you have a larger, wider foot, I would definitely say go up a half a size.
At the time of this recording, today is September 20th, 2023. As you can see, the small men's sizes are kind of in the upper 200s, and then we kind of creep down to the mid to lower 200s throughout the more popular sizes, 9.5 through 11.5. They kind of creep up back towards that mid 300, and then once you get to the big sizes, it's a little bit different. Taking a look at StockX, it's a lot cheaper than GOAT. We're at $210 for a size 10.5, which is only $10 above retail. Here's the entire size chart.
Luckily, I was able to grab these for retail, which is almost what they're sitting at now on all of the resale sites. We went over that for GOAT and StockX, but for a collaboration shoe, if you don't have a shoe and you need something different for your collection, something that stands out, a little bold statement piece that not a lot of people will be wearing in their collections, I would say the Union 1 is definitely not a bad shoe to grab. Like I mentioned, Union always pushes the envelope with doing things a little bit different on their shoes. One of my favorite of their collaboration that goes for a great price under retail would definitely be that Jordan 2. They added some materials we've never seen on a Jordan 2. I also love this Cortez. I still have not und'd them, but they are a shoe that you could wear with a lot of different outfits, different date nights and everything. But Union never falls short when it comes to creativity, color palettes, and a lot of different innovation and creativity when it comes to the shoe. As always, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to yet another one of these videos. All the support and love has been amazing. The shorts have been doing really well. Like I mentioned, we have about 2% of our viewers are actually subscribed. So if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe, that would be amazing. And until next time, thank you guys.
I can't waste no time, it's do or die. Came up from the dirt, somehow I just survived. Been through so much pain.